Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansu, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we're going to be talking about them damn Clippers. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, and be sure to hit all notifications to be notified the second we publish our content. Let me just go ahead and talk about these damn Clippers. You know, heading into the All-Star break, the Clippers had a 30-6 record or something thereabout. They were the hottest team in the NBA. They were clicking. They were playing. They were firing on all cylinders, and they looked very, very scary. Everyone was talking about them. At the time, Kawhi Leonard was being mentioned in the MVP conversation. I never said he should be the MVP. At the time, I said he should be in the conversation. But ever since the All-Star break, the Clippers have not looked good. And I remember after the first two games since the All-Star break, I made a post on the channel. I'm like, these Clippers are not looking good. Some people started getting on me. Oh, bro, just relax. It's only 2 games. Why are you making a big deal out of it? It's just 2 games. I'm like, all right. Well, since the All-Star break, the Clippers have played at least 20 games. And in the last 20 games, the Clippers are 10-10. They have a 500 record over the last 20 games. Now, help me figure it out. A team that was like 30-5 that goes on to then be 20-20, of 10-10, you got to believe that there's some serious problems taking place, and that's been the case. The Clippers, funny enough, in some of these games, I actually expect the Clippers to lose. Or if I'm watching the game, I'll be saying to myself, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they lost this game. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. Yesterday, they played against the Philadelphia 76ers, who are on their West Coast swing playing both LA teams. Without Joel Embiid, the Clippers, as a matter of fact, I forgot to watch the first half. I tuned into the first half, into the second half, and I saw that they were down. I'm like, this doesn't surprise me. And I'm watching the game, and they're just there going through the motions, not really engaged, really flat-footed. They didn't have a lot of enthusiasm, didn't have a lot of energy. They just seemed to be in a total daze. So I turned off the game at the end of the third quarter, and to no one's surprise, I woke up and saw that the Clippers lost that game. So what happened? During the post-game interview, they were talking to the players and coaches. And in this interview, they were talking to head coach Ty Lue. Now, if you know Ty Lue, from time to time, he can get pissed off and he can really let his emotions, fly and tell people exactly what he thinks. So during his post-game interview, he was talking to the media, and it got to one point where actually he started swearing. Now, he did it in a joking way, but you could tell it was some of his frustration that was coming out. But before we even get into what Ty Lue had to say, this video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is really simple. Instead of just selecting a team, you just select 2 or more players, pick more or less their projected stats, and then you place your entry. For example, this week, I'm selecting 2 entries. Stephen Curry for more than 25 points, and then I got Anthony Davis for more than 2 blocks, and Damian Lillard for more than 4 3-pointers made. PrizePicks is also the only daily sports platform with an injury insurance policy. So for example, if you have a player who gets injured in the first half and doesn't return to the second half, that player gets automatically rebooted. What I also love about PrizePicks is that it offers weekly promotions like Taco Tuesdays. Each Tuesday, PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. That's go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. And once again, once you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is want to play exactly what head coach Ty Lue had to say here, and then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what he had to say here.
And coach, one more for me. You used the word bad habits and you guys staying consistent and stuff like that. When your guys aren't playing well and they're a veteran team, how frustrating does it become for you and your coaching staff when guys know what they're supposed to do, but they consistently have errors within the game and they're being taught over and over again? How frustrating is it for a guy like yourself who knows how to coach, know what it takes to get to the highest level to win a championship? Your guys know what it takes. How frustrating is it for you specifically?
It's very frustrating. I'm huge on execution, on both sides of the basketball. And, we talk about it every day, just, not taking shortcuts and doing it the right way. And so I think they're frustrated as well. It's embarrassing, when you lose to teams like this. I'm not saying they don't have great players over there, and Nick Nurse is a great coach, but When you come in, minus, Joel Embiid and, Nico sits out tonight, Roko's out, Kyle Lowry sits out, and you're playing at home, like you have to take advantage of those type of things and type of games. And so, it is frustrating, showing the same thing over and over and not getting the results you want consistently. I would say that consistently getting the same, not getting the results every single game. And so, you keep talking about it, but at some point you got to do it, and so that's it. That's all I got to say.
Last one, Jess.
You mentioned at some point you got to do it rather than just talk about it. I'm kind of curious, in the game, when they're not executing the way that you want them to and talking to them over and over and showing them what they're doing wrong isn't getting through to them as much as you probably like, what other steps can you take to kind of get the message, or is it as big as sitting a guy down for a minute or two to kind of make sure he sees someone else doing it, something like that?
Yes, possibility.
Is it something that, I know it's a nuclear option, so to speak, but is it something that you would do in the future to kind of get it
Well,
through?
I mean, they're grown men and they understand, like, we're a veteran team. It's not like, we're playing with second and third year players. And so I'm never the type of guy that wants to show a player up or show if they're making a mistake. I'd rather not do that because now it's a story for you guys, But, I mean, they understand what the I mean, they understand what they're supposed to be doing. And Farbaugh can write out his little jokes and look cool, you know what I'm saying? But they understand, and so, we just got to do better. We just got to do better, all around the board.
So you heard what he had to say. There are a few things I want to talk about. First of all, I've been noticing various people talking about the absence of Russell Westbrook, who is nursing an injury to his hand. And some people are saying that what the Clippers need right now, or rather what they're missing right now, is the leadership of Russell Westbrook. And if I'm going to be totally honest with you guys, I was totally confounded when I heard people say that. Now, some people say, why? Are you saying Russell Westbrook is not a leader? No. The reason I'm saying that is, but I thought Kawhi Leonard is on the team. I thought he's on the team. About a week or so ago, I posted on the channel, Kawhi Leonard is a great player, but if I was an NBA player, I would not want him to be my leader at all. How can you have a team with Kawhi Leonard, with Paul George and James Harden, and talking about, oh, we're missing Russell Westbrook because he was the one that would really lead us? So if Russell Westbrook wasn't on that team, are you telling me that there would be no leadership on the floor? How is that even possible? You have three max guys on the floor, and out of those three max guys, you can't find a leader out of not one of them? Listen, I'm a Kobe Bryant fan, and it's moments like this that really make me miss Kobe, man. Because obviously Kobe was a great player, but he was also a leader. Kobe was proactive. He would get in people's faces. He would talk to people, and I just don't see that with the Clippers. Let's get into some of the data here and some of the stats with the Clippers. First of all, in terms of defensive rating, as we currently stand, the Clippers, their defensive rating is number 14. Let me tell you the teams that they're ahead of them. The Phoenix Suns, who no one has been accusing of being a great defensive team. Of course, you have the Denver Nuggets. You have the Houston Rockets. No surprise there with Ime Udoka. You have the New Orleans Pelicans, the team that they're most likely will be playing. Then you have the Oklahoma City Thunder. You have the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Boston Celtics, and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, what do you notice about some of those teams? What you notice is some of those teams are in the Western Conference, and those are teams that most likely, if they want to get out of the West, they may have to see. You're looking at the Phoenix Suns. You're looking at the Denver Nuggets. You're looking at the Oklahoma City Thunder. You're looking at the New Orleans Pelicans. You're looking at the Minnesota Timberwolves. These are teams that are in the Western Conference. And yet you find yourself behind all of them from a defensive rating standpoint. If you look at the amount of points that the Clippers give up, although they score 116 points per game, 16.5, Clippers give up 112.7. Just about a 3-point differential. So on certain nights, if shots are not going down or whatever is not happening, they're going to lose those games. This is very concerning, and I'm sure Steve Ballmer is somewhere punching the air. Listen, I've come to the conclusion that I'm not going to come to a conclusion on this team until they get to the playoffs. That's where I'm really going to reserve my judgment and to really get a good understanding. But as we speak, I have zero confidence in this team, and they don't deserve anyone's confidence. Not that they need it, but if I was a betting man, I would not be betting on the Clippers right now. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts on the comment section. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.